I recording again? I am. Okay. So if you're doing a 720 on the front side, and then you're doing a 720 on the back side, they should both be either 720 hook or 720 round, right? They're echoes of the same trick. Okay? Same rotation, different kick. You can do 720 with a hook kick and 720 with a round kick. You're just going to be pop side or back side. Okay? Now, there's no reason why one should be called a 1080 and the other should be called a 900. Makes no sense to me. So if you break it down with the actual rotations that you're doing in the air, you can teach yourself these moves by the muscle memory you already have. Let me explain that to you on the 540, okay? The 540 rotation. Okay, so I'm here. I'm in backside, right? I know what a 360 feels like, right? I know what that feels like. So all I do is I spot for a 360, and I get it done as quick as I can, okay? Then I bring my left leg up, I switch it over and tornado kick. It's a 540 round, right? Awesome, okay? So I'm going to do the same thing. I know a 360 rotation. I know what that feels like. I've done this 1.5 million freaking times. So I get here, I spot my target, and I think about doing a spinning hook in the air. And spinning hook. 540 with a hook kick, right? 540 hook. You can teach yourself something. I can teach myself 540s if I understand the 360. If I understand how to do a step over hook, where you go here and hook like that, then you can come up for a round kick. So I'm going to set for a 540 round, okay? I'm going to set here, do a 540 in the air, get to where I normally would round kick, raise my right leg, do a step over hook in the air, and I've just taught myself how to do a 720 hook based on muscle memory. That is why you use TKT. Now, let me explain the other transitions, okay? Because this is where it gets funny. And this is where I could totally understand, like, not getting TKT at all. Because this is going to be totally different from mainstream. It's way different, okay? So, to start, the swing through and wrap through transition. Cheat, front swing, front swing, wrap, swing, reverse pop, carry through. I'm trying to think of all the transitions that take 180 off the in there. For now, until you get into super advanced transitions, because for the most part, nobody knows what a front swing is, and nobody knows the difference between a front swing and a wrap through, or a front swing and a carry through, or a carry through and a wrap through. Don't worry about like the advanced stuff. From now on, okay, if you're stepping or you're transitioning into something that's not a pop or a punch, it's going to take 180 off the inner rotation. So kicking then becomes a math formula. Let's think about it like this. Here's your formula for kicking, okay? Your formula is as follows, okay? Let's take a 720 round kick, okay? Now the cheat transition will take 180 off your in-air rotation. In the air rotation. In the air rotation. In the air rotation. I'm going to drill that into your head. In the air rotation. That means that the rotation I do in the air is all that I count, okay? I'm not counting after the kick. I'm not counting before the whole move itself. I'm talking about in the air, okay? So there's your rotation you do in the air, and then there's the kick that your transition is based off of. Does that make sense? You have your base kick, and then you have your transitional kick. Two different kicks, okay? So 720 round is based, or cheat 720 round is based off of a pop 720 round. The cheat transition will take 180 off of your in-air rotation, so you're only doing a 540 in the air. That makes sense, yes? Okay, so let's break that down, okay? So if you go to a pop, I'm going to step into a pop stance, okay? I'm going to do 2 rotations in a round kick. 1, 2, round kick, right? 720 round. Now, if I'm going to do a cheat step, I'm going to step into pop stance, rotate into backside stance with my left leg up. You take off for a cheat kick in your backside stance, looking at your target with your shoulders parallel to your target, okay? Cheat transition, okay? So if I'm going to do a 720 round and I step into pop, okay, and I do a 180 here to my takeoff, this is my takeoff. The only way I can do this is if I take off here, do a 540 in the air and a round kick, okay? 720 round. Now, if I want to train the in-air rotation, right from here to the kick, all I'm going to do is I'm going to do it off of 2 feet. Okay, I'm going to do a 540 round, then I'm going to apply the transition. Okay, so you're here, you 540 round, like that, okay? Then you step into it here, take off, pull for a 540 round, and you have just learned cheat 720 round. I hope that makes sense, okay? Because if you can do that, on every kick you have, you can break down and decipher the kick. So you can think about it like this. If I need to think about a 360, because in the air, I'm going to take off in backside, do a 360, re-spot, then I'm going to do a tornado kick. So if you think about the whole cheat 720, this is your new cheat 9. Cheat 9. You step into pop, do your transitions, you've taken 180 off what you got to do. Do a 360 in the air, re-spot, and then do a tornado kick. That's how you break down kicking. You don't think about it as cheat 900, a cheat 2.5 rotation, and then a round kick. That's absurd as hell. Seriously, that's really absurd to do. I don't know anybody that can do that really confidently every single time without cheating it, without using a setup move. Like, that's absurd to think about. Seriously. I would like to see that. I know there's one person, or maybe like 5, maybe 6, maybe like 10 people that can do it out of how many thousands of trickers of billions of people on the planet. Something's wrong there. Just, there's something wrong, okay? So, breaking down your kicks is going to make it entirely easier to learn them. Stop making it hard on yourself by how you're thinking about it. You're putting tricks on a pedestal. If you look up and you say, oh, I could never reach godship of that kick, that is just ridiculous to do. I don't understand it at all. Well, you can understand it because you're not doing that much rotation. Kicking is very little rotation if you're doing it right. Okay, so let's break down swing and pop, or swing and wrap through. We'll start with wrap through, because wrap through is going to blow your mind at how easy this is. Okay, so wrap through is also takes 180 off your in-air rotation. Generally, you're going to do it taking off, or I mean, not taking off, but starting in a backside, taking off front side. So you do a 540 kick, which is a hyper tornado, landing you in backside. You're going to do your wrap through, which is a 180 on the ground, and then a 360 in the air. That's your wrap through 540 round, or wrap through 9. Let's take it back. Your wrap through 9 is a 540 round. Okay, it's based off a 540 round. So wrap through 540 round. Okay, so you're going to do your 540 kick. Okay, 540, landing in backside right here. Okay, the wrap through is going to come around. Okay, you're going to wrap all the way to front side. Okay, now when you take off, you're going to take off into the air. Okay, remember now if it's based off 540 and wrap through takes 180 off your in-air rotation, then all you're doing is a 360 and a round kick. Now, in all reality, okay, if you're going to use your muscle memory from your previous kicks into this kick, let's think about this and break this down by 180 increments, okay? And a 180 is this, which I guarantee any tricker that starts tomorrow can do. I guarantee that anybody can do that right there, okay? So you land your 540 in a backside stance, okay? You kick, you do your wrap through all the way to front side here, okay? You take off and spot 180 right here. Now, I'm going to do my tornado kick now. Switch, round kick. If you can take off here and do a 360 and a round kick, you can do a wrap through 540 round. All you have to do is learn how to do a wrap through and stay vertical, okay? It's not a 900. Tell me where there's 2.5 rotations in that, from what I counted, there was 360, one rotation. This move is a lot easier than you think it is. All of these moves are a lot easier than you think they are, okay? You're learning a 180 on the ground to a 180 in the air, switching and round kicking. A 360 in the air. 180 plus 180 equals 360. So, since it's based off a 540 round, the wrap through takes 180, wrap through 540 round, okay? That's taking off of your right leg. That's a 540 round off your right leg. Let's look at 540 round off your left leg, okay? You're gonna do a 540 kick, right? A hyper tornado. You can hyper landing on left, right, or both feet, right? Hyper tornado landing on your left leg equals swing through. Okay, 540 landing on your right leg equals wrap through. 540 landing on both legs equals parafuso. Bam. They're all 540 kicks, which are all hyper tornado kicks. There you go. Muscle memory. Awesome. So you do your tornado kick, okay? Here, landing backside, right? I'm landing here. So that means if I'm going to do a round kick, it's going to be a 180 or a 540. It's the only way I can do it. Here, like that, 180 or a 540 if I'm going to kick on target. So I come here, I go for the swing through. Remember, 540 round off my left leg, using my right leg as a transitional, swing. So all swinging, or not all swinging, all kicking transitions take 180 off your in-air rotation. That is correct. That is how you want to do it. Okay? So if by that law, I'm going to come from here and I'm going to swing around my body to front side. Okay? Now, this is how I do swing through 540 round. I turn, spot my target, and switch my legs, and do a tornado kick. It's a 360 in the air as well. You do your tornado kick, landing and backside, okay? Swing vertically to front side, okay? Turn, respot, and tornado kick, okay? It's a 360 in the air. If you can do a 360 round, you can do wrap through 5 and swing 5. Also, if you can do a fei long, you can do wrap through 540 fei long and swing through 540 fei long as well. That's pretty cool because up until now, that was 900. What about that has 2.5 rotations in it? Please correct me if I'm wrong in saying that that doesn't have 2.5 rotations in it. So now you're thinking, okay, the next step, swing through 720, wrap through 720. If you can do a pop 540 hook, you can do both of those. The muscle memory is the same. Nothing changed. You're just doing another 180 in the air, which is a lot, granted, like once you start getting into that area. But you learn it the exact same way. It's the same move. If you can get to your target, chamber your round kick, and then turn over your hook kick, like a step over hook in the air, or a pop 540 hook, and you think about it as a pop 540 kick, and you're spotting correctly, it's the same move. You're just adding a step over hook in the air, or a chamber, or something like that, okay? So that's how you break down TKT. And the only thing that's I haven't touched on is hypers and gyros. So if I'm going to do my kick in the air, so I do a 540 round, I finish on pop side, here, bam, I do my kick here, I'm still in the air. If I'm going to hyper it, I'm just going to do another 180. So I'm going to do a 180 in the air and land here. I didn't specify what leg I was going to land on. I could land on 2 feet, I could land on my left leg, I could land on my right leg, and do like a wrap or something, okay? Now anything past that hyper is either a half gyro or a full gyro. And I challenge anybody to do anything past the full gyro. I haven't seen it yet. So that's how you do that, okay? It's either the hyper, you want to think about your hyper being not as a kick, so to speak, as an extra rotation in the air with an added variation onto it. That's what you're looking for hyper, okay? So that's like the basics of how TKT works. I'm not going to get into the advanced stuff. That right there is about all you need for the next 1.5 years to start training on it, because you got to retrain your kicks the way you think about it. Change your thought process and change your tricks. It's going to help, okay? So any questions you got, just hit me up on Facebook. Not hard to find, so good luck, guys.